Do you want to hear something absolutely insane? There's a YouTuber that has over 5 million subscribers and I believe 2.5 billion views, making completely unedited, straight-to-camera videos about a board game. And today we're going to be analyzing his presenting style because, I mean, if somebody can make videos that are visually quite literally not very interesting and without cuts and all fancy editing, there must be something about his presenting style that must be resonating, right? So we can probably learn something from it. And as you know, on this channel, we analyze presenting. We work on how we can be better on video and present more effectively to camera. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So who are we talking about? We're talking about Levi Rosman, aka Gotham Chess, the internet's chess teacher. So what exactly is his presenting style? What is he doing visually in terms of his body language? What is he doing vocally in terms of how he speaks? What is he doing with his words? What's his secret sauce? I'm going to try to talk about that as well. And of course, I'm going to be sharing with you what I believe are his impact energies. And I talked about impact energies with this Gordon Ramsay video here, somewhere here. I'll link it also at the end of the video. So that's really important. Also, the sort of psychological activities he's using on us. And that's a term that I've got from drama school. Psychological activity is about, like, what do I want you to do? How am I going to affect you? So we're going to be talking about all of that, hopefully, with our hands at the hands of a video, which we're just going to use randomly. And it's called Hilarious 200 ELO Chess Battle. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at how he starts his videos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the series on YouTube that has the potential to live up to Guess the ELO. How to Lose at Chess. This is a playlist I've created to dissect some of my viewer games, either from currently in their chess careers or earlier in their chess careers. This video, we are going to look at a battle between a 202 and a 320 rated player.
Okay, so really interesting beginning. What do you pick up? I'm picking up, first of all, the whole ladies and gentlemen thing. That's something that he does. He's got a kind of theatrical style, and he always does a really good hook at the beginning.
We're gonna laugh first and foremost, but we're not laughing at the players as much as we are laughing at the tragedy of the 64 squares and really how difficult this game is. And actually, we're going to have a positive message at the end of Never Giving Up, because I'm going to show you an update of both of these players. Obviously, for anonymity's sake, we're not going to leak their usernames, although the player with the black pieces is named Trezeric.
And obviously, the other element here already that you can see is there's always a lot of jokes in there. Obviously, he's saying he's not leaking it, but then he's saying the name straight after. And, he's building it up really well. But, really nice setup there from him. And body language-wise, I think he's very loose. He has a really natural style. And he seems to really enjoy introducing it. And also, I mean, these are videos that are not cut in any way. Most of his videos are just like one take. And it's a bit like a live stream, right? Like a stream. And he's obviously streaming a lot. So, and then they end up on YouTube. Now, one thing that I think is really important, and I think this is a great shortcut, and I wanted to share this with you because I think it really relates to Levi and his style, is if you can think, how can I make this fun for us? How can I make this fun for us, you, the viewer, and me? How can I make this process that we are in, when I'm talking to you right now, how can I make this fun for us? It's a really great shortcut mindset that helps you to get into the right mindset, into the right state, to have videos where you look like you're having fun while at the same time also bringing the other people in that are actually watching. So I believe this is a really, really great way to focus when you're making videos. And I think it's something that Levi does subconsciously as well. He definitely is always there to communicate and have fun with us. He finds any element that could potentially be entertaining, dramatic, controversial, and he will bring it up and he will talk about it.
Let's just jump into this game. We've got the eval bar right there. Both players get the honorary Grandmaster title. White begins the game with b3. This is the Nimso Larsen with bishop to b2. Personally, I think white was playing Russian roulette with pawns.
So, and always, obviously, specifically with these videos, he has a great take on the various mismoves that people are making. But let's move forward a little bit and see where it gets a bit more dramatic.
Now you are dead lost because your king has nowhere to run back. It's gonna have to come forward and face potentially 2 horses, a queen and a rook, which 9 plus 5 is 14 plus potentially 10 is 24. 24 points of just belligerent attack. Like Jinzo, no trap cards.
I mean, I just love the stuff that he comes up with. He literally talks in such a way that continuously it's almost unfiltered stuff coming out. He is just really well practiced at continuously speaking and finding interesting metaphors. So what's really helpful there for everybody to realize is that it's really helpful to practice talking before you can consciously think. Now, most of us, we tend to overthink what we're saying. But if you know what you're saying and you have this, how can I make this fun for us mindset, and you're just enjoying the process, then you are going to be much more interesting to listen to and watch than if you have a pre-prepared script or even an auto cue. It's very hard to make spontaneous sounding videos with auto cue. It's pretty much impossible. So it becomes something else, but not something that works as well as this. So definitely something to learn and to practice is to have this ability to carry on speaking and to be free in terms of what you're going to say, and just not censor yourself. I think that's the key word, not censoring yourself. That's the hard part, okay? And for that, the best thing that you can bear in mind is to accept yourself, to be willing to look stupid in front of people and to go with it, because mostly people really appreciate somebody that is, direct, open, and says something stupid maybe, but it's a lot more entertaining than if you always say perfectly adjusted things.
Now, white gets completely flabbergasted here. It's like, oh my god, I don't have queen g5 anymore. Well, let me go here and attack this. Not even realizing that they can take the rook. They just go for the queen instead. Now the queen can take the pawn, and black obviously doesn't do it.
Here's the thing with gestures. Now, some people do it mechanically. There are some YouTubers that basically use their hands all the time, and it becomes a little distracting. But Levy, what he does very well is he has a lot of variation in his body language, in his voice tone. When it's quieter in the video, when it's more sort of internal drama, I guess, when it's not outwardly dramatic, he can get very quiet. But then on the other hand, he can get very excited and physically very, what's the word? Very animated when the time comes, right? So in this case, for example, you see his hands going up and down, and it's just fun to watch.
Completely forgets where their queen is and just goes to save the king. In the process, hanging a queen, a rook, and probably mate. Like, probably after this, opening up this, it's mate. They hang all 3 pieces at the same time because black has 320. Now, what does white do? White takes the queen because white went there to take the queen. Now black is going to lose a rook, is going to maybe lose their king, and is going to maybe lose the knight. Rook takes h5. Rook takes d4. That one rook has now picked up 12 points of material in 2 turns.
The ability to be so excited all the way through every day making a video like this, I mean, it's just like a skill in itself. I'm sure that Levy has days when he doesn't feel like making a video, but he still does it. So that's something I need to learn, because there are definitely times when I'm way overthinking it, especially when I'm trying to improve my video quality. I notice that I take far too much time, and then you end up not making the videos, and you spend too much time overthinking, when actually what you should be doing is creating videos and testing what you're doing at all times.
8? And now, as far as I'm concerned, black plays the best move of the game after 34 moves, not running around like this with this rook, but linking the rooks up on the enemy second rank.
I love how his voice changed when he goes, linking the rooks up, from the overly dramatic to the sort of like, look at this. So, and what is he doing here? Let's talk about what he's doing to us, okay? This is one of the key questions you want to ask yourself when you make videos. What are you trying to do to the audience at that point? So right now, when he goes, linking the rooks up, that becomes intriguing, doesn't it? It's sort of like, look at this. The energy changes and he goes, linking the rooks up. So what's going to happen next? Because this is a good move, right? So that's to do with the voice. One of the biggest takeaways from Levy that you can take any day is that you want to find as much variation in the way that you communicate with the camera. When I say with the camera, communicate with your audience, right? You want to find as much variation as possible, because the more variation you have, the more charismatic you come across in general. The more people will find that you are a whole person. If you sound the same, like a lot of us, we sound the same, especially when we read autocue and stuff like that. It takes out any fluctuations in speed because the text still scrolls and all that, and we tend to sound very monotonous. Instead, if you find the natural drama in the moments and then you express them, it becomes far more animated and far more interesting to listen to you.
The worst move. Black plays here, once again linking up the rooks, because they were like, hey, I did it over there, so I might as well do it over here. Laser beam, and just hangs mate in one. It's just pure mate.
The amount of freedom that Levy has is really amazing. And that comes from practice, from doing a lot of things, from making a lot of videos, from from streaming a lot, from keeping going when nothing else comes to mind. There is a principle that I came up with many years ago because I used to be one of the biggest overthinkers, and that is talk first, think later. He's obviously not consciously thinking about what he's saying. It just comes out because he is so used to it, he's so experienced at it, and he has, a lot of experience and practice making videos and streaming. So when you do that, you develop the ability to speak before you're ready to even think about what you're saying. And he obviously is extremely experienced at chess, and he knows a lot about it. He's very passionate about chess. And so that comes through all the time. And so what he does is really effective when he goes over the top, when he's being very dramatic. It works because it's filled with genuine passion, and trying to speak English. And so if you don't have that genuine passion, you just come across like a screamer. Like some other YouTubers sometimes, they just scream a lot, and even then it's kind of working, but for many people it's also a bit of a turn-off. But with Levy, it's very endearing because it's a bit like we believe that he genuinely finds it hilarious or annoying or whatever. He has a genuine passion for the game, and that's incredible. For somebody that's taking out, basically putting out a video a day, it's insane to be able to maintain that. And I'm sure that he has many days where, he also thinks, oh, I cannot be passionate today, but he manages to do it. And so that's really impressive on many levels. Incredible to watch that he turns out a video every day and always finds a new angle. And to be honest, that's probably something that I wanted to share anyway, that the thing with him, especially that I think is sort of his secret sauce. And there is a video that actually I want to show you.
I hate this woman. This is Andrea Botes. She's the younger sister of Alexandra Botes, and together their channel is Botes Live. And Andrea and I have a beef as intense as Drake and Kendrick Lamar. She's even been on record saying she wants to fight me in a boxing match.
This is genius so far. The beginning is controversy, right? I hate this lady. And when you're in the chess world, you know who this is. It's Andrea Botes of the Botes sisters, right? And so you start off with this controversy, and we're all expecting something terrible, that he's going to say something bad about her or whatever. And then he's coming up with this comparison between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and then it's basically he takes you on a journey with this thing, right?
I've always wanted to fight Gotham Chess.
Now, I would never physically fight Andrea because I'm scared. Scared of absolutely embarrassing her and ending her career, but we could settle this.
Nice contrast there, you know, scared. We're all thinking scared. Why are you scared? And then obviously
over a chess match. There's just one problem. She's playing in a chess tournament and I'm retired. But you know who can fight her for me? Our older sister.
So there's the pivot, right? And that's, I mean, there's not even an obvious connection there, right? It starts from this massive controversy that we are expecting. And now he's switching to, oh, you know, I want to fight her on the chessboard. But I've retired. Music changes.
The sisters got paired and for the first time in history had to play against each other in an official tournament game. I recapped the game. To see what happened, click that link below.
I think that's genius. I think that's just genius. You know, to come from this controversy angle to watch this because I'm recapping their game, which is just a chess game between the two sisters, had nothing to do with him, but he inserts himself into it beautifully. And sort of imagining that Alexandra Botas is playing to beat her for him in a way. So it's pretty, I mean, this short, hats off to the editor as well, of course, but you know, just the angle. And this is the thing here, the takeaway is the angle. He finds the most dramatic angle to most topics, but he does it with charm, with sense of humor, and with a real passion. And if that real passion wasn't there, I think he wouldn't have as many subscribers as he does, because what you come back to is, like, I mean, usually every time you look at this thumbnail, you're expecting something extremely dramatic. And in the end, usually he just basically, I say just, but he talks about a game and he explains it or he shows it or whatever, right? And so it's not nearly as dramatic as this thumbnail always suggests, but because he does it with so much passion and with so much enjoyment and with so much, let's make this fun together, we forgive the hyping and we enjoy it actually. So the key with being really hypey and being really over the top and very dramatic is to fill it with genuine passion and excitement, and people will go along for the ride because it's exciting to see other people being excited. Let's go back to the game that we were watching before and see how it ends.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Just don't go queen f7. That's stalemate. I love it. Checkmate. No. Checkmate. King it. Yes. Checkmate. And black stalemated white.
Okay, so yeah, let's leave it there, okay? But I mean, I hope this gave you an idea of what it takes to make one-take videos without editing and to bring the energy to it. When you have a camera in front of you and you make YouTube videos, you want to think to bring extra energy. You have to, in most cases. There are other creators as well that are very low energy, but on average, you can see that most successful YouTubers are not low on energy, because the more energy you bring and the more passion you have, for sure, on average, it will help you keep your viewers engaged and transfer some of that passion to them. What I love about Gotham Chess specifically is that there is so much variation. So he takes you through all the different energies that there are. In terms of impact energies, now I always talk about impact energies, right? Impact energies is a system that I've sort of adapted from something I learned in drama school, which was really, really interesting, because it's about how you affect other people with the energy of your tone, vocal energy, and physical energy. So body language and voice tone, there is an energy that we're transmitting that you can break down into 8 different styles. And what Levy does really well, he very often has a punching energy. So that's quick, strong, and direct. So that's what basically it would be like when I'm speaking to you like this right now. So that's a punching energy. And then he also uses slashing a lot, and slashing is just flexible, still strong and quick, but flexible. So it's a little bit more like a reaction to something, a strong reaction to something that happens. So it has a slightly more flexible energy about it. And he also uses pressing. When it becomes more intriguing, when he's like, and there he goes with the rook and he comes down there. And now look at this, and that is more of a pressing energy when he's trying to create intrigue with us, right? So you want to listen to this, and that's a pressing energy. Now, listen to me when I'm demonstrating this, you can feel a slightly different impact that I'm having on you, right? So for example, when I'm pressing, I feel that it sounds a bit more like a warning potentially, and the impact it has on you can be very different from when I'm saying, hey, let's do this, we can do this, now do this by yourself when you make your videos. You see what I'm saying? So what he does is he has a wide range, so he literally goes through all the 8 energies, I think, at different times in all his videos, right? Because he's very free, and very free, being very free physically, vocally, and with his words is a great thing that you can do. And I think it comes from streaming a lot, and it comes from being very much at ease with yourself and accepting that you're going to say stupid things. And also, of course, once you've found an audience and you know that they like it when you are like this, it will give you the freedom to do this even more. The key things that he's doing well, I think he has this mindset as well subconsciously. How can I make this fun for us? How can I make this dramatic? Yeah? And he does this with pretty much any video that he does. He's using a lot of punching, strong, quick energies. And when he's talking to us, he's always engaging with us. He's always trying to get a reaction from us, always trying to do something to us, yeah? Either getting us to be excited or getting us to be intrigued or fascinated or, amused or to start laughing, right? So these are all crucial things if you want to have a strong impact on your audience and also to come across as charismatic. Because charisma is something that your audience decides whether you have it or not, is how much you impact me, how much I can feel you when you talk to me. And that's something that you need to realize when it comes to charisma. It's not something that you can have in your bedroom. Nobody is there to imbue you with charisma. You need to basically have an impact on the people around you, and that's how you become charismatic. And so for that, you need to first decide that you want to have an impact. A lot of people don't actually subconsciously want to have an impact in case the reaction isn't what they expect. And if you are keen or interested to find out more about how you can find your own style of presenting, then I would recommend you go to the link in the description and you check out the page that it takes you to, which is a page where you can sign up to get a free 30-minute consultation with me live on Zoom, where we get together for 30 minutes and literally talk with you, and we can analyze what you do well and what you could do differently when it comes to presenting on camera. And then we can figure out whether you want to work with me further as your coach, helping you to make better videos, to develop your business in the right way. So if that's something you want to do, check this out, the link here below. You can't really lose. Literally, it'll be half an hour with me, which I'm doing at the moment. And if this goes away, then this goes away, all right? So do this as quickly as you want or can. In the meantime, check out this video where I do the same thing with somebody else that's doing pretty well on YouTube, Gordon Ramsay. And it's really interesting because it might be interesting to see what they have in common in terms of their style. That might be a secret to success. Check it out here or go here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you want more help with becoming a better presenter on YouTube, then obviously, hit subscribe and let me know what you thought of this video. See you later.